I'm going insane. I'm really going insane. Hello guys, my name is Troy. Today I've got a hot chocolate and we're gonna have a cozy chat about the Winter is Coming book tag. This is the taste of winter. I love it. It's a hot chocolate season, so I have it like nearly every day. But what I meant to say is that we are going to be doing the Winter is Coming book tag. I'm not sure who the tag creator is, but I'll definitely link them in the description when I do, so definitely check that out. And basically, I think this is 9 questions, just some cozy book wintry questions that I want to talk about today, and we will get through those. So if you're excited for the holiday season, leave a like and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below with something you're looking forward to this winter and some books you're looking forward to reading this winter. Snow. It is beautiful when it first falls, but then it starts to melt. A book/book series that you loved at the beginning, but then at the middle of it, you realize you didn't like it any longer. Alright, so this is like a really hard question for me because it's usually the opposite way around. I'm usually not enjoying a book, but then it kind of, or like a series, and then it kind of gets better, and then I'm like enjoying it more. So I'm gonna have to think about this one. It's so hard to pick. Because, I don't know. I am probably gonna have to go with Keeper of the Lost Cities because I just really enjoyed the beginning. I'm just kidding. I love this series. You got pranked, LOL. Hashtag pranked war champion. What I truly meant to say is I couldn't find like a book series because book series I always tend to enjoy, but We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Fazul. Oh, I hate butchering people's names. I hate it. Like, I really like it sends a chill through my bones. I hate saying authors' names wrong, and I know I just butchered that. But anyways, I was really enjoying this. I was really enjoying the setup of the world. Then it kind of just fell flat. Although I might try to get back into it because I could see a future where I enjoy this book. Like at the ending, it was just I got to page 200, I got to the middle of it, and then it fell flat. But I did bring this across the country, so it'll always hold a special place in my heart in that way. Alrighty, the next question is Snowflake. Something beautiful and always different. Choose a book that stands out, that is different from all the other books you've read. And there's not like one unique book that I can just really pick out and be like, this is the one that standed out the most, because there's so many of them. And so I just want to pick one that I really enjoyed and was so unique, so different, and just so freaking cool that I just loved it the whole time. And even though it dealt with some darker topics, I felt like it just gave me a lot of hope at the same time and a lot of like wariness, and it was just a whole lot of themes and messages explored. And that is the Nemesis series by Brendan Reichs. I had to buy the whole series after I read it from a friend, and it's all the way up there. There's like, I have the 3 books in the trilogy. This series is just such a cool sci-fi, and it's what really got me into sci-fi because I hated it prior to reading this last year, but now I'm kind of more open to it because there is some really interesting worlds that you can explore. There is just some really cool and really good messages and topics in these books, like how like the advancement of technology and like how we have to be prepared morally for it. So I just think this is such a cool series, and it's so unique, and just it stands out to me a lot. Number 3, Snowman. It is always fun to make one with your family. Choose a book that a whole family could read. And a fun fact about me is that I have never made a snowman in my life. Well, maybe that's a lie. Maybe I've like helped make snowman, but I don't get the appeal of making snowmans. Anyways, the book that I picked for this is The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer, and this is like one of my ongoing recommendations for middle grade books. And oh gosh, I just realized Chris Colfer looks freaking young in this author picture of him. Okay, yeah, I don't know, he looks really young. Anyways, that's besides the point. This is such a good like family read. Like honestly, I recommend you read this with your family because like, I don't know, it's just such a cute story, like going off in different fairy tales. And it's like, if you tell your children like fairy tales and stuff, this literally encompasses a whole bunch of fairy tales and a unique adventure. And although it's a little bit long, but I think that it's just a really good read, and you could read the whole series with your family. I don't know, this would just be such a heartwarming activity to do with your family. Number 4, Christmas. Choose a book that is full of happiness that made you warm inside after reading it. So for this pick, and I should really stop constantly raving over this author, is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I know I talk about her so freaking much and I need to stop, but Throne of Glass is really a series that got me into reading, like hugely like nerdly, obsessing, reading, book nerd, bookworm, all that stuff, bibliophile. Like this is the book that really did get me into reading like more advanced books and like YA and all that genre. And so this series really does make me happy just because it reminds me of old times with my friends discussing this book, all my middle school memories when I first read this book, and just the world itself makes me so happy. Like, I could literally start crying tears of joy like right now. Like, I really, if I genuinely wanted to, I could just sit here and like remember all the good memories. But yeah, this is just such a world really surrounded with happiness, and that's why I'm so excited to get back into this world for this season. Number 5, Santa Claus. He brings wonderful presents. Choose a book that you'd like to get for Christmas. Now, I'm like ultra try hard when it comes to like having a full book wish list and stuff. I think I have 18 books on my Christmas wish list, and that is going to be a video coming soon. So like stay tuned for that. Within these next couple weeks, I'm gonna do like a book Christmas wish list whenever I have that finalized. But I'll give you a little bit of a tease. I'll just name the first one on my wish list, and that is Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. I first saw this when I was on Emma Book's channel, and she really loved the series by Amanda Foody, and it looks so freaking cool, and I like card stuff, so I don't know, I'm excited. I hope I get it for Christmas. Number 6, Snowballing. Wait, what is that? It can be painful to be hit by a snowball. Choose a book that hurt, that made you feel some strong emotion like sadness or anger. And now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I really don't get that emotional while reading. And it's like more of like a feeling that comes over me. It's like a wash of like sadness or like nervousness. And I'll never film myself in these times because I never like film myself like while I'm in an emotional scene. But sometimes I do get those like waves, you know, if you know what I'm talking about. Like I don't cry, but like it does make me feel something. And I'm gonna go over a book that recently made me feel this. And I know I need to stop raving about this author, but it was Sarah J Maas. A lot of her books make me get this feeling because the ending of this was so powerful. Just Sarah J Maas's writing in general is so beautiful, so breathtaking, so emotional, and so inspiring. There's something about her books that really do get me like a little bit caught up. And then other books that have made me feel like this, like there's one book in Keep Lost Cities that did this, and I feel like some romances and some of the audiobooks that I've read lately is just It's been getting me. 7, Sledding. We all loved it when we were younger. Choose a book that you loved when you were a child. Alright, chose like 4 books from like my children's I have like literally a whole shelf dedicated to all the books that I read when I was a child, but I have like 4 main ones that I really like, and that is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. I've read this a bunch of times. And then we have 2 more Roald Dahls. We have The Witches by Roald Dahl, which I read a lot, and then the BFG by Roald Dahl. So Roald Dahl overall really got me into reading again. There's a lot of books that got me into reading, but Roald Dahl was a significant author. His books were being read. I was reading them in some like the school library, and then some of my teachers were reading them to me. And then another book that I kind of forget to talk about is Stranded by Jeff Probst. By the way, I love Jeff Probst. I love Survivor. I'm watching the season that is like on Netflix. So if you guys want to watch Survivor, go on Netflix. They have some seasons of it on there. Yeah, I love Stranded as well. This was a book series I also loved when I was a child, and I was like, oh, it's Jeff Probst, and I read his books. So yeah, those are my picks. Number 8. Frostbite. Choose a book that you were really disappointed in. For me, my biggest disappointment, and I've talked about this quite a few times, but I haven't talked about it recently, is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. Marissa Meyer is a great author. I loved her Lunar Chronicles. Well, I've only read one of the Lunar Chronicles, which I'm going to change next year, do not worry. But I read her other series, Renegades. This is a book that I asked for last Christmas and I got. This was such a disappointment for me. I really just did not like it. I'm definitely going to try it again. I need to try it again to like keep my sanity intact, because I was reading it during a time where I was kind of like in a little bit of reading slump. Had been reading for 16 hours beforehand, and I wanted to stop reading. I just can't read in big time zones or whatever. But I'm gonna try it again, because I know that it could be better, and I know that people like it. I know that people just say to give it patience, but it was a disappointment the first time I read it. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I will try again. Number 9, Reindeer, something that is dear to us. Choose a book that is of great sentimental value to you. So for this, I'm going to have to choose a lot of these books. I'm going to have to choose all my Harry Potter books because they're very ancestral, if that makes sense. I don't know. Well, they're not that ancestral, but like basically these were my mom's books. So she bought them when she was growing up and when those books were going out. Well, actually, I don't know if she was growing up when those books were getting released, or I don't know. Anyways, they were her books and somehow they got passed on to me. So yeah, I guess they're my books now. But yeah, so there's that sentimental value, and then it's just like the series in itself. I've had a long history with this series, and I've had a lot of thoughts, a lot of opinions, a lot of drastic views on the series, and I think that's also another reason why it just holds a special place in my heart. Of course, the author will never hold a special place in my heart, but the series does, and I think that's great. That's a sentimental series. But that that wraps up this video. This was a short video. I'm glad. Y'all will be seeing more shorter videos in the future. T, hashtag surprise, hashtag oop, hashtag leak Troy, spoiler leak. Anyways, I'm going insane. I'm really going insane. That is the tag. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big like, a small like, whatever kind of size like you want to give it. Make sure to give it down below. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I also feel like I'm getting blown up by the light. I'm gonna turn off my camera real quick. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, this is so chaotic. Okay. Anyway, subscribe down below. Make sure to leave a comment, choose one of the questions, and answer it, and we can discuss. Let me know what your winter plans are. What winter books do you have going? What books are you reading currently? Like, let's just have a good book discussion. Just comment down below if you have enough time, and it'll be great. I'll leave the last video up there, and I think that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys soon with more videos, more content. Get excited. Thank you all for your support. Have a great day. See ya. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's landing.